What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Enderal. If this is your first time joining us, let me sum up the story so far. My character is a refugee. He came from somewhere that is currently at war. So we decided to get out of town. Smart decision, I think. What wasn't smart was stowing away on a ship and getting caught. And getting thrown overboard. And now we washed up on shore, came through a temple, and ran away from a mud monster. And now we're here. So hopefully this episode, we get to explore a little bit more of this new world we're in. I see that it sticks to the Skyrim issue of not loading water properly. But everything else is really well done. Now, I did not show this last episode. Here's a map. And it is a rather impressive map. Don't know why I have that. This is all fan-made. And it is super impressive. If we pull a journal, we have a quest. Collect mana fungi, collect pumpkins, find a way out of the ravine. I'm assuming this is a ravine. It's a very large ravine. And pumpkins, as I found out. Well, that's something. The pumpkins they're talking about. Okay, I know there were some. Stop embarrassing me. There we go. These are not pumpkins. But I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to take them. Okay, it is now night. And I don't feel safe being outside, so we're going to explore this tower. I don't know where that light's coming from, but I hear something. It sounds like bugs. I don't like bugs. So we're gonna be in stealth mode. See if we can find them. I found a couple of tomes. And I want to know what they are. Boon. Oh. So they're skill books. They're magic tomes. So now we have 2 spells and whatever this is. It still doesn't explain it. I'm not worried, we'll find out eventually though. Don't know what I heard. Oh. Joy. That's something. Okay, you're dead. Delicious. Just like Bob used to make. What are you? I'm not sure what that was. I got some experience for it. That is a troll. Luckily, I know how to deal with it. You shoot her in the back. See if we can lure him over to the trap. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh, that did not go right. So with that not working, we are going to default to classic anti-troll warfare. And we leveled. Fantastic. What do we want though? How are we gonna play? I'm interested to see what the magic is going to be like in this game, so we're gonna play that. Hit H when we bring up, well, our character sheets. Everything starts at level 15. I one-handed went up a level, that's nice. So it looks like my class is dictated by my skills. It's very interesting. I don't know how he activated that before, but I don't want to activate it again. Not on me, at least. I think we're good. Ow. Another brittle longbow. Fantastic. I don't know what that is, but I'm taking it. Some clothes. Just in case we didn't take any previously. Yes, but here, I got it. Is this the way out? No, this is not the way out. What am I doing? There was a door over here, very clearly. Let's see what waits us out here. Right, it's nighttime. Oh, hi there. Of course, I've contracted gangrene. Because why wouldn't I? Now... Okay, I do have to keep a watch on my arcane fever. Because if it reaches 100, it kills me. And I'm assuming that the more you use your magic, at least without letting it cool down. Birds! I critically hit the birds. I'm not sure if there was a reason for that, but... Hello? Something is detecting me. Probably something bad. Some more dogs. Ooh, there's a number of dogs. Let's bring our bow back out. Where did I pick that up at? Interesting. Let's take off this straggler first. Oh good, he's moving. What? How do they detect me that fast? Hello? You can't get up here, can you? Well, that's rather unfortunate. This bow just does not cut it. However, this magic, it's very nice. It runs me out of mana real quick, though. So the melee combat is... it's the same. It's not a bad thing. You stand up, thank you. Okay, I know my stamina's low. I got it, we're good. Okay, that's good. How did I not hit him? Okay, the wolves have been dealt with. That was probably a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Now we're down to the ravine. Don't know where to go. So I'm going to explore for a little bit. See if I can find... Wait. Did you hear that? There is Nernroot here. I need to go find that. Aha! I found you. This is not near the water at all. You're also not called Nernroot. I guess they couldn't really just call it that now, could they? Now that we found that, I also found a building. And whatever this thing is. Aside from creepy, it's very creepy. And it looks very sad. Hello.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains.
Yep, that's me.
What brings you here, my sir?
It is a long story.
Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait,
How
don't
did you
tell
know?
me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least
Carbos.
for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
I might be.
No reason to worry. For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive.
You're paranoid.
Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it.
I wasn't gonna steal anything. Okay, maybe I was.
May
What's
I
up?
present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house.
Whoa,
It'll
language.
lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
Interesting. So, things mark knowledge. Teach me about things. Tell me about the area.
What can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy.
Well, that's why you have weapons.
And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
That's something. Is that a quest?
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye.
I agree.
But yes, there are some... It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. And
Okay.
there's also a big Pyrian ruin south
I'm
of
assuming
it.
by my path is going to be something important. So let's learn.
By the Black Guardian. You really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... Well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
So it's a destiny? Interesting.
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course,
Pathless.
the pathless.
So,
Within these
random
rules,
wanderers?
we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a
Path
manufacturer.
below is a hierarchy
which is
system?
One path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who
It's an
would know
interesting way of
better
looking
than the
at it.
gods what exactly that is?
We're the pathless.
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, Glimmerdust
Glimmerdust.
smugglers, murderers. Well, you know. Maybe.
What's this do?
But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours.
Alright,
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads.
thanks.
Well blessed.
I'm go.
Bubbles, do we need this still tonight? Or can I clean other tools?
This is a very neat house. So he said go. What? Ow. Ow. I think I had a stroke. Somebody help.
By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Help, please?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might...
If
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
yeah, don't be a dick.
Whatever.
Thank
Is he
you.
always like this? Oh, put that away. How do I sit? Oh, probably in a chair.
Gruntrudes, Gruntrudes. Ah, here we go.
I really need this visual effect to go away. It's giving me a headache.
So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn, the still.
Explode.
What the?
Ha ha. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, no.
What's going on?
Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Guys?
Hey, I'm sorry, alright.
I
We'll pick up a new one in
I think I have
Yeah,
a little more than a fever.
paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. See?
Thanks.
You already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
What happened?
What, you mean the still? Bad quality and too much heat, I'd wager.
Yeah, that's not what happened at all.
Yeah. Explosion. I'm not sure I follow.
It exploded.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris died in 8234. Cause
Wow.
of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that?
What was what? What happened? What's going on?
I could have sworn I saw something moving over there.
No. No. None of that.
Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
Uh-oh.
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards.
Let me get up. Let me get up. I can fight.
Carbos! I...
Son of
Do
a bitch.
something, damn it! Do something!
What's going on?
Now would you look at that? Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
I'm getting real sick of getting the shit knocked out of me.
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial.
I don't trust
I've
you.
already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story.
Of course.
Suffice it to say, I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered like crazy. And two, I'm in a happy relationship with my entrails.
Okay,
I wish I had a more heroic answer for you.
I like you a little better now.
Sorry.
And those are very good reasons.
Yep, quite a lot actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm
Meaning?
quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And
Am
you're
I?
feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time. While
Am I?
drinking herbal potions leaves a, well, kind of a bitter feeling in your head.
Sure.
Yep. Your magical talent has broken free inside you.
Sweet.
I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough Arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic.
That seems bad.
This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all.
Don't want that. Really don't
Yes,
want
of
that.
course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas.
Magically contaminated. What?
Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
That's gonna make this hard. That's gonna make this real hard.
Well, that depends on how bad it gets. At first, you'll suffer these diffuse headaches from time to time. Then your sight will permanently blur.
I already got
And then
that.
you'll suffer a case of acute death, so to speak.
Acute death.
Yep. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. What? No. That won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia.
Fun.
A special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects.
And let me guess, it's really
Every
hard to
good
find. You don't
alchemist
know.
has that in stock, but it'll cost you. Visions?
Yeah, visions.
No. Well, none that I know of. The only visions I ever had were those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed.
Oh joy.
You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could.
And you're
But
gonna
in
tell me for a
return,
price.
I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple?
How did you know I was in the temple?
Exactly did you see in those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you. And that makes me curious. So, healing for information.
I only have an option, do I?
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen. I understand. My condolences for your loss.
Thanks. I don't even
So
know if
that
I
means
like
you
series or
somehow
not.
survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this, what, this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light.
Yeah.
I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions.
So I'm still a chosen one of some kind, it would seem.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but...
Yeah, imagine how
somehow
I must
believe
feel.
you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer.
Your employer.
If anyone
Okay,
can help
yeah.
you, it's him.
You're...
There is, however,
You're gonna be shady and
one thing
underhanded.
with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
Of course. What is Ark, first off?
The capital of this country.
Okay.
Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountain. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
Okay. Let's get
Start.
this done.
There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right? Civil wars, usurpers everywhere, you name it.
Yeah?
And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Woods-Ears, for example.
The what?
There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being
What's a
attacked
Woods-Ear?
by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead.
Zombies.
2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do.
Are they the White Walkers?
The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness.
The Red Madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire
That's
family.
real bad.
He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed
I'm sorry.
eyes
I know you're saying important
shortly
things, but this
before
unloaded boat
during
is
their
really,
deed has
really
made people
distracting
call
me.
it the Red Madness. And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself.
That's bad.
Right, you're not from here. A magister is a kind of sage from the Holy Order, who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back.
Nice. What happened?
He killed 15 novices and himself.
Wow.
According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. And his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and, well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion. You can imagine
do
the
that?
kind of uproar that caused.
That's terrifying. This one.
Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me
You're a
to do
treasure
exactly
hunter.
that.
Yeah, got it.
They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness.
Disease
And
doesn't
also,
care about
there's a discernible
intelligence.
pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims.
So you're a detective. Okay.
True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which is
Hey.
not far from here. And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here.
Well, I needed to go there
Shards
anyways.
is past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
I don't really have an option, do
For
I?
starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of.
Great.
I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else,
That's actually
I'd
not a
say
bad
off
idea.
we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
Oh, so that's what the asterisks mean. Okay, that's fun. But we're gonna end it there because that was a lot of information in not a lot of time. What? You? You know what? Up. I got the crit. Don't worry. I protected you. Anyways.
Never walked back on the road from
I going to call it. Oh, that's cool. I am trying to outro. Shut up. So next time we're going to Riverville, or we're going to start making our way to Riverville and see what's going on there. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next adventure in Enderal.